The name of our product is called the Universal Serve. We originally came up with this idea because we've been playing tennis recreation.
Yeah, we started playing tennis recreationally, and she eventually injured her wrist, and so she went over to a doctor, and she got a diagnosis of ulnar compression syndrome, and so he recommended that she gets a splint, and so she did a hard splint to wear during the day, and then a soft splint for when she's playing tennis, and it was the Sunday that we listened to Hector's speech, and he had mentioned the basketball prosthetic head that he had made for himself to play. And so the idea was in the back of our heads, and we were at the courts playing, and she was playing with her splint on, and so we started brainstorming ideas back and forth about how we could attach one to a splint for people that have wrist injuries, and then eventually it turned into the ideas transitioned into how to make an attachment for an actual prosthetic so that someone that has like a transradial or below the elbow amputation could actually play tennis. So that's where it started.
So in the video of us using the product, it's attached to his forearm here because you could attach the cuff to a prosthetic here as well.
Around the wrist.
Around the wrist.
So it has this strap right here, so it comes on and off really easily. That's it. And basically we just slid the tennis racket through this neoprene sleeve. So that goes on like this, and then...
So because his hand is bigger, we attached it to his forearm. And then if his fingers were prosthetic fingers, you could zip tie these here to allow you to like get better control of the racket, or you could zip tie it to the thumb.
Or use rubber bands or anything that can attach it just to stabilize it so that it doesn't move side to side. If it doesn't fit within the hand perfectly, and also the prosthetic would have to be strong enough to make sure that the fingers don't break, obviously. But
so in the video of me using it, I have a splint on, but we attached it to the crease of my hand, and then I just didn't move these fingers, and we tied my thumb and my four fingers with a scrunchie to the top of this.
Yeah, so like right at the neck of the racket, just again to keep it stable. It doesn't take much, but it works. As far as other products on the market like this, from what we researched, there isn't many, um, especially not for like below the elbow amputees. Um, I don't know if people have customized ways of doing it themselves, like what we just did, but we haven't found anything for sale. Okay, so the cost overall, the racket was about $15. You can buy these at Walmart. It's just a youth racket, has a little bit shorter handle and thinner grip. Um, the actual universal cuff,
We got on Amazon for $18.
yeah, and then we estimated between like 5 and 6, maybe $7 for any other attachments that you might need for the fingers or anything else. We just estimated because it depends what you're going to use. So overall, you're looking at around between 35 and $40 to make it, and if we were to sell it at for a profit, um, maybe $60-$65 probably wouldn't be outside of the normal range for like tennis equipment in general, especially something as specific as this. So yeah, I think it would be fair to ask like $65.
And aesthetically, we could make the color of the actual cuff like come in different colors, and then obviously you could customize like the color of the racket and the strings and
Yeah, you
all
would
of
probably
that.
want to use a little bit higher end racket too, realistically, if you were to sell this on the market, because this is one of the cheapest rackets you can buy, just which means that basically the strings are pretty loose, so you don't get as much velocity when you hit the ball. So if you were to use a higher end racket, the price would go up. But it really, I mean, for just basic play, this works, and you could definitely sell it.